Are we supposed to be seeing the questions or just Rod?
Just me.
We are live.
So are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh shit!
Hey, yo, Envy, am I live? Am I live?
Oh shit, son.
I'll see it. You know, it's a delay.
Yeah, give it a second.
Ride nervous and shit. Like, hey, wait a minute, we live? I don't see this shit, man.
Yeah,
I don't see this shit.
I just want to make sure before.
Hey, yo, Zoe, he told me don't touch that nigga. I touched that
They
nigga.
not touching.
And I touched that nigga.
Not touch. What? Hey, Mike, what did he do?
Hey, I don't remember the rest of
He
it.
said he fell back.
Oh, yeah, he fell back. He fell back.
Hey, swear to God, right? Oh, my bad.
Hey, is anybody in here?
I think everybody. Oh man, this shit going fast as hell.
Well, read fast, motherfucker.
No, man, they read fast.
Floyd Mayweather reading.
Right.
Yeah, we
God, it jumped so fast. Oh
Dude, did you see when he tried to say epic? Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Read one, Rod.
yeah, we up.
Told you I paid.
Yeah, audio coming through everything.
Hey, is anybody in here?
I think everybody. Oh man, this shit going fast as hell.
Well, read fast,
Somebody needs to turn it down so I can't read it. Right.
Hold on. Turn that off. What up, y'all? What up, everybody?
What you expect, right? This the life, baby.
Yeah. All right, cool. We're gonna try to make this happen. All right, y'all ready?
Yeah, man.
Hey, Rod, when you read the questions, just give it to one person.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna just. God, this shit moving fast, bro. All right, cool.
Hey, 1 minute in, Rod's overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Take a shot, Rod. Go ahead, take a shot.
Nah, I'm just like, damn, okay. I ain't know it was gonna go that fast. This shit climbing. Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Rod, aka Modest Media. First of all, thank y'all for joining us this afternoon. We just, with the quarantine going on, we're just trying to think of different ways to, entertain you guys and entertain ourselves, really. You know what I mean? So, just want to open it up, first of all, to top left, I guess. What we got up here? What's up, Feefo? What up? After that, we got B. What's going on, B?
What up, though?
Ken on the Corona Island. What's
That's
good,
right.
And we got the infamous Myke C-Town. What's good, man?
Yo, what's happening?
All right, cool. So first of all, man, just we're gonna tonight, like, we're basically gonna do like topics or whatever, questions or whatever you have. This is kind of just like just an open forum, honestly. Like, we're just gonna, I'm gonna be the moderator for the afternoon, just kind of looking at you guys' questions or topics, and then I'll shoot it to, the crew. If you got something, if you want to, ask somebody something specifically, just put that, that specific person. But if you just got a random topic, I'll go through it and look at it. Also, just want to let you know that we do have super chat available. You don't have to actually. It's not mandatory, but obviously, if you do a super chat, I'll see it quickly. But it's definitely not mandatory. This is not something that we're doing to just get paid from. We just want to do something fun for you guys. If you want to do super chat again, you're more than welcome. Open to any donations. But for the most part, man, just sit back, enjoy it. We don't even know how long this is gonna run. We just came on here, we had the idea, and it's like, yo, let's do it. So I see there's a lot of people in here right now, like, and then the comments are coming in. So I'm gonna try my best to moderate this thing and keep the conversation going. So let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, that chat's crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
Good luck keeping up with all that shit.
Yeah, I know. Hold on.
What the hell? How did I end up on IG? What the fuck?
Hold on. While I'm looking through this, man, y'all, Feefo, y'all want to talk about a little bit what y'all been doing?
This ride is overwhelmed. Yes, for those that haven't noticed, on my Twitch channel, which you can still go back and look at it. I think a lot of the videos are still up on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Beastie430. myself and Feefo been having battles pretty much between like artists. We'll pin two artists. He'll pick an artist. I pick an artist. And we'll play like our favorite songs by them, kind of like back to back. Each round one, Feefo will play a track. Then I'll play a follow up track. Then round two, I'll play the start off track, and then Feefo will play the response track. Everybody in the chat, we put up a poll each round, and they vote on who they think, which song is better, which for that particular round. It's pretty fun, man. We've been going for 2 hours, man. Normally, we've been doing it from 1 to 3. Going to do it like maybe twice a week, and then it's gonna go over into Patreon once this is finished. But we've been calling this the Corona special. The quarantine special. Twitch channel.
Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead, man, because we already got like a super chat person, man. Shout out to Damon, man. He just did $5, man. So I want to say he's a patron too. So what he said is, I know y'all might announce it later. I got to know, but we're the after hours at Feefo and Myke and that Gambino too.
Man, it's recorded. It's recorded. I know people have been asking me on Twitter, and I've told them like, we got to make a decision because obviously the circumstances we got. Y'all see where we at. We're doing it virtually, and it's not up to the same quality visually. So we have to make a decision if we're gonna drop it as a regular review for YouTube or we're gonna drop it as an audio only on the Dead and Hip Hop podcast. So that decision is still being determined. Just like with a lot of our content right now, even though it's recorded, it's still kind of up in the air with the decisions that we're gonna make with it.
Gotcha. Another super chat guy, Mark Denny, he says, talk about the IG battles. I don't know what he's talking about. What IG battle? Oh, that's what he saw. The same thing. Gotcha.
Yeah. Look, so me and B would have loved to keep it on IG, but I guess we just not big enough over there, so they kept shutting us down. Because I think it was the best platform to just keep going back and forth, and do it remotely. Like B said earlier, we're doing it in the same space at B's crib on his Twitch channel, because number one, Twitch doesn't get shut down. Number two, the audio quality with me being there in person is also better. But it's dope, man. We love it. We want to keep doing it, and eventually it's gonna be a Patreon exclusive.
Right. Who winning? Who winning the battles between you two?
I think B's gotten the majority of battles. I think he probably got me by 1 or 2.
1 or 2?
The only battle you won was the Colin Crit.
There we go.
Oh, here you go. All right, we're gonna keep it moving up, man. We got another. I promise y'all, I'm not just gonna do the super chat, but they're so enticing right now. I just want to get these out the way. So Eric Kirby, he's another $5 super chat guy. He says, "Hey guys, what are your thoughts on the Beastie Boys? Do you think they are underrated or overrated, and are they in your top 10 favorite rap groups?"
Who? Which one?
Beastie Boys.
Oh, okay.
So underrated, overrated, and are they in your top 10 favorite rap groups?
I don't think they're under or overrated. I think they're perfectly rated where they are. Would they be in my top 10 rap groups? That's a good question. I don't know because I've never thought about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking right now.
It's kind of a maybe for me. There's a lot of other rap groups that I listen to before I go to Beastie Boys. I think it's one of those questions where it's like a personal favorite versus like the most influential.
Yeah.
But personal favorite, they probably would not be in my top 10.
I don't think they'll be in my top 10 either, but when the first thing that popped in my head was underrated. Why do you think they're accurately rated where they are?
Because who doesn't know about the Beastie Boys? Like, who shits on the Beastie Boys?
No one shits on them, but I don't feel like they're discussed enough.
What?
I don't, man.
Every white person on the face of the earth, when you talk about rap, they talk about the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, that's white people, though. What about... I mean,
who do you want to talk about them?
I mean, I would think, I don't think there's enough black people talking about them, but yeah, white people are gonna talk about them. That was their Eminem group before Eminem came on board. They were happy to have the Beastie Boys. Where are the brothers talking about the Beastie Boys?
Well, the brothers weren't really their target demographic.
I had it.
Well, I did too, but I'm saying it's not like they were targeting your average black guy, you know, but the songs they were writing.
Do you think they got respect in with their black peers?
100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, every popular rap group from those days gave Beastie Boys props. From Public Enemy, LL, all those dudes were like, they all respected the Beastie Boys.
Because didn't they go on tour with Public Enemy?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And Run DMC. I mean, I think Run DMC. But I've never heard anybody say anything really bad about the Beastie Boys.
I haven't either, which is weird.
Yeah, I'm with Myke. I don't know if they would be in my personal top. Like, I don't listen to the Beastie Boys like that. But I also don't think that they're disrespected or underrated. I think, like, when you're talking all time, everybody gives them the props. Everybody gives them their just due.
Okay. So we got another super chat person, CJ Kid 123. He actually donated $10, man. So he said, "Would you guys ever consider doing a segment where you guys pick 2 albums to debate over which one is better? Would love to see you guys debate stuff like that."
That's actually not a bad idea.
That's pretty different. That's wow. That'd be, and like, will it be like from someone within their discography, or would it just be completely 2 different artists and we just talk about like those 2 albums? You know what I'm saying? Because I see sometimes most people will argue within an artist's discography, like, oh no, this album is like, for example, Criminal versus ATL. Like, I see that argument a lot. I see Low End Theory versus Midnight Marauders a lot. Like, so will it be like, will it be better if it had been within the artist's discography, or just two separate artists and their biggest albums? I guess.
Somebody said I was yelling at the mic.
Yeah.
I'm not yelling.
At the mic?
Somebody said I was yelling at the mic. Yeah, I think you guys just did it with like Late Registration and Kanye first album.
College Dropout?
Yeah.
Who did?
Who did?
Rod. Well, not. I mean, we did. I think Rod is one that would pick. Well, I don't think it's College Dropout. I think it was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, I'm about to say I like anything. We probably, because that's me and Rod's Late Registration is me and Rod's favorite Kanye album.
So we just did that on Patreon. I'm putting my yeah. But that is a really good idea. I wouldn't be opposed to doing that though.
So, all right, I'm gonna do one more super chat, and I'm gonna go into the actual comment section, and I'm gonna come back to the super chats, obviously. But this is from Luke Merchant. He did $4.99. He said, "If y'all could craft a fantasy posse track, 5 MCs and 1 producer, who would you put on there?"
Ooh, that's dope.
All right, so that means you go first, Ralph.
I know. Hurry up, man.
I'm still thinking.
Go ahead, B.
Shit.
All right, I can go.
Feefo, go.
I got it. So give me Sahai the Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Freddie Gibbs.
Okay.
Give me Royce the 5'9". Give me Big Crit.
Mm-hmm.
And give me
Logic.
and give me the Game. And then the producer give me Madlib. I'll take Madlib.
All right. What you got, B?
Are we all gonna answer this?
I mean, yeah, real quick if you can. If you can, I can go to Ken.
Fantastic.
Oh, hold on. I'm thinking.
I got one.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right. So, I mean, y'all already know who one of the people's gonna be automatic. That's right. Yo, LP, Billy Woods, Denzel Curry, Sadistic, and Danny Brown. And LP can go ahead and produce that shit too. So knock out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Man, they said one. So man, you gotta pick a different producer though.
No, I don't.
Okay, that's true. All right, cool.
No, I'll give him back a quarter. I'll give him back a quarter for his super chat. I can't pick a different producer, man.
What about you, kid?
Let's do. Everybody say I'm loud, so I'm gonna try to get back a little bit. Let's do Scarface, Chuck D, Ice Cube, Kendrick Lamar, And let me throw Billy Woods in there.
That's a crazy.
Who was good till Billy Woods? Now it don't make any sense.
Right.
I know, but I couldn't think of
That is a
anybody
good lineup.
else.
That's a good lineup.
Who produced it, Ken?
Oh, we have to pick a producer too?
Yeah, one producer.
Oh, man, damn. Let me get... I'll take Alchemist, whoever said that.
All right. So we'll keep it moving. And B, if you get one, you can come back to it.
For B, it's easy. Jay Dilla and all of Detroit.
Right.
Yeah.
In the story. All right, so I'm gonna go. I see some more super chats in there, but I'm gonna go to the regular comments. Hold on. Damn, man, this shit moving so fast, man. All right.
Pick one.
Somebody said, plenty of people say this. They say it all the time. Like, what did y'all meet? If anybody want to take that?
Drake has a song called Tootsie Slide?
No.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Oh, Drake.
Yeah.
No, we ain't talking about that.
Yeah, what's the question?
Where do we meet? Where do we meet? A few people ask that.
You take that, Rod.
I got it.
Go ahead.
You want it, Rod?
No, go ahead.
We all used to work together. Me, Rod, Ken, and Myke. And B and Rod had a relationship outside of that because they used to work previously together. And the way me and B and Ken got introduced, we used to play basketball all the time every Friday called Big Ballin' Friday. And that's kind of sort of the birthplace of Dead End Hip Hop. And then also we used to have an email chain throughout the job, and we would have hip hop topics. And that's kind of sort of where Dead End Hip Hop, the name came up. And we just kind of, we rolled with that.
All right, cool. Ken, people are saying that you're kind of loud. I don't know.
I know, I'm trying to fix it. Let me back up.
That's weird. You sound fine to me. But...
It sounds fine to me
Yeah,
too.
you sound fine on my end too.
Yeah. Somebody said Ken not loud. It's called projection. Let's see. All right, I'm looking for regular comments.
But for real though, he got a song named Tootsie Slide.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's for TikTokers. It's for TikTokers, man.
Okay.
Right, man.
It's
Got
for
the left
TikTokers.
foot,
Like they.
you got the right foot, and that's called both feet, and it's a slide, something like that.
Yeah, look, go to Charlemagne's IG page because he kind of touched on it. You'll see exactly what Drake is talking about if you go to Charlemagne's page.
All right.
Bro, it's so many. So it's hard doing a regular comments. How did Myke go from the big? Somebody said, how did Myke go from the biggest Lil Wayne hater to the biggest stand on Dead End Hip Hop? His name is Yacker Says Bullshit.
His music got better. I mean, it wasn't like I didn't change my opinion of his old music. I still think the music we reviewed and didn't like, I still don't like those projects. But shit, Wayne been spitting.
Mm-hmm.
Look, that goes against all that shit that y'all say where y'all think I just like don't like rappers just because it's fun to not like rappers. Nah, man, like Wayne legitimately changed and he made better music and shit. I'm looking forward to his next album.
All right, somebody did $40, man. Super chat. I gotta go ahead and get this one real quick. Let's see. CJ Kid 1231, man. Shout out to you again, man. That's dope. With all these famous producers doing IG Live beat battles, who would win a battle between Dr. Dre and DJ Premier? And which two producers would each of you love to see personally battle?
I would love to see Alchemist versus Madlib. I think that would be a crazy battle. Even though Alchemist already said he wants no parts of it, but he wants no parts of Madlib. And the first question, battle, I would, first, I would go with DJ Premier. I think DJ Premier. Yeah, just because I just like I love a lot of his tracks and a lot of his beats. So I'm going with DJ Premier.
First part of the question, I'm gonna go with Dre. And if y'all haven't watched me and B's battle, that was the very first one. Dre versus Jay Dilla. But the second one, I think this is like the iconic matchup. I would do Alchemist versus Just Blaze. Because depending on
It already happened though.
I know that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I just think that's like the ultimate, like even level type of battle. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely like to see them go at it. I know they've done it plenty of times, but it's always classic.
All right. What you got? Anybody else want to take that one? Or you good?
He paid $40. We need to all answer that shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Dre on that one, just because I think his songs are a bit more iconic. So I feel like when he puts them on, people are gonna go a little bit more nuts from their house. As far as the other one, I really don't know. I haven't really thought about it that hard. I would like to see Alchemist versus Madlib, but it's not gonna happen. So I guess it doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, I'm stuck on that one.
Got King.
So it's a catalog question. Like what's the question again?
Like who would win? Like let me go back to it.
It's a beat battle. Like
beat battle
from their discography. Which one's gonna win as far as like getting the crowd hype? I guess.
Yeah, Dr. Dre or DJ Premier.
Jeez, yeah, I think Dre would win that if it's between them two, but because he just has, way more iconic songs, I believe, than Premier. Like the Heads, like we'll know it, but when you're talking about in the club and stuff like that, man, like,
yeah,
as soon as them joints drop, it's a wrap.
I think it depends on the club too, though, and the area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. We
got a $20 chat, super chat. His name is Juice Man Vaughn. He said, "Daddy Hip, I got a live stream. I'm down. What's the best album you guys heard so far? I guess so far this year."
Royce, I say Royce 5'9" joint is probably my best album I've heard this year.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, it's between that one and Price of Tea in China. I think Royce, like I said in the review, like I learned something, so I took away grown man shit. But I think just from like, damn, let me go bump this. It was Boldy.
Mm-hmm. Eternal Awake.
Get the fuck out of here, Ken.
Nah, I'm with B, man. Royce, give me a Royce joint.
What you got, Feefo?
I already said it. I said Royce the 5'9", I think is like the best overall, but like what I'm bumping the most is Price of Tea in China by Boldy.
Okay, my bad. Yeah, I did say that. What about you, Myke? Did you say yours?
This is tough because I haven't really thought about it that hard, but I am definitely still listening to that Royce, but I'm also listening to that new Moody Black a lot too. So I think this is gonna be tough for July or June or whenever we do our mid-year. But yeah, Royce and Moody Black so far have got it.
Okay. All right, cool. Got another super chat. Javier Acosta. You did $5. Appreciate you, bro. You guys have any speculation on the new Kendrick Lamar album? Heard it was going to be rock inspired. Love what you guys are doing on this channel. Keep it up.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna sound like Kid Rock. I'm ready for it.
I hope not. I don't know. I'm trying to stay away from the rumors, especially when it comes to Kendrick. I just give me the music and then let me judge it and let me feel about it once I have its entire.
I'm not like speculating or wondering like, oh man, I wonder what the new Kendrick album gonna sound like. Like once I start seeing or hearing singles or hearing snippets or something from it, then I start wondering. But like right now, I'm not caring about like what a Kendrick album's gonna sound like. I hear it once the music come out. Like people say, once the album drop, then I'm all ears.
That's what's up. Ken, did you answer?
No, I didn't. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll get it when we get it, I guess.
That's right, because you don't anticipate albums.
Yeah, when it drop, it'll drop.
So y'all don't have any statements or comments about him saying that it's gonna be rock inspired? Y'all got nothing? Come down.
I mean, I don't think I said it like that, but
no, not you. Like B just like he about to go to sleep. Like he don't even care.
No, I'm just waiting for music. And he said that. I don't remember Kendrick.
Yeah, this was months.
Don't remember him saying
I'm gonna
that.
tell you don't give a fuck about Kendrick's album. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
tweet
didn't
him
know
right
he
now.
said that. So like he said, the whole album's gonna be like rock inspired.
So here's the thing: he didn't say the entire thing. It was
Okay.
like one little thing came out that said that it came from the camp that it was going to be a rock inspired album. So of course people thought that meant it was going to be like rap rock.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it is. I can't see Kendrick doing that. I think when he says it's going to be rock inspired, there's going to be some guitars here and there, you know, and that's probably it. It's not going to be like Rage Against the Machine or no shit like that.
I got you.
Or it might be like Roots. You know, he might just have a live band playing. You know what I'm saying?
But then that would be cheating.
What would be cheating?
Yeah, what you mean?
Yeah, just having a live band playing, is that really rock inspired?
Well, I mean, and hold your question, people. Don't forget it. I don't think that would be cheating. I don't think it'll sound like the Roots. But if he gets like a live band, like, do you remember that group Soliloquies of Sound?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they did something like that, but maybe the songs are a little bit harder.
Yeah.
Then I could see that working. But I just don't see Kendrick Lamar coming out on no fucking Kid Rock type shit. I just don't see it.
What Wayne did, like what Wayne did with that rock album.
No, he ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
No Ceilings?
No, not No Ceilings. That was a mixtape. What was the name of that rock shit, man?
Rebirth.
Or whatever that was. No.
I do think that it's dope that he's not staying comfortable. That he is gonna try something different. How it's gonna sound, I don't know. But I like that he's trying to, you know, color outside the lines.
But Myke, what if he does go Rage Against the Machine? What if that is the route he goes in terms of his rock thing?
Myke about to bust out laughing.
I think nah. I mean, I was just saying I don't think he's going to do that, but I think he could. I think Kendrick has that type of voice. Like when Kendrick gets aggressive, I could easily like what's the song? I remember. What is that song?
I don't know what that is.
Humble. I could definitely see like him doing that kind of flow over like a rock instrumental easily. I just don't want to hear Kendrick screaming, and I don't want it to be corny, but I don't think Kendrick would go that route.
Yeah,
I feel that. All right, we're gonna keep it moving, y'all. So we got another super chat. Man, the super chats are coming in crazy, y'all. Like it's hard to not click on the super chat, but so we got a couple of $30, a couple of $40s. I mean, this is crazy. So, but this is a $5 from EZ. He said, "I wish you guys reviewed Anderson .Paak's last albums. Do you think you will review his future work? Thank you guys for the great content."
Probably not on YouTube, but that's the reason why we started doing audio reviews, so that way we can kind of keep up and even go backwards as well. Just because we try not to do a lot of R&B stuff on the channel. Obviously, me and Myke do The Weeknd. We've done Gambino's 2 R&B projects, but outside of that, we try to keep it hip hop. But if you go now to the Dead and Hip Hop podcast, we actually did Janae Aiko. So we're more open to do audio when it'll come to like an Anderson .Paak and other people, that type of genre.
So, and then I think we did Yes Lord, didn't we, on the channel?
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
No worries on the channel. So we did do it before. I'm gonna hit one of these 31. So this is from Data Rock 57. Thank you, bro. He did $30. He said, y'all just keep doing what y'all do. Respect, stay blessed. Also, he just donated $30. So that's dope. Damn, CJ Kid 1231, man. He did another.
Hey, somebody wanted to see this the iPad. Here y'all go. I see y'all in the chat. Oh, you can't see it now. It disappeared. There you go. There y'all go.
And that's a Dead and Hip Hop Bible right there, yo.
Man, are you looking at the regular comments?
Yeah. I'm watching them as they go by.
All right, cool. If you want to do those and I'll do the super chats, we can just kind of switch it up like that. I think that'll probably work out better.
All right, so I see this a lot in the comments. Let's just get it out the way. Myke, why do you hate J. Cole?
I don't hate J. Cole. If you go,
Right.
you know, like before we did the last review, I actually went back because people were complaining so much. I went back. I have given J. Cole props on every album he's dropped up until that one with the Thanos glove. That one I didn't really care for, but I still look, man, I don't dislike J. Cole. I dislike J. Cole fans. So y'all are deplorables as far as
deplorables.
Yeah, because Mike, you always said you give J. Cole props as a lyricist for what he's talking about in his every
time. I think J. Cole's a great rapper. It's just when I go to his songs, I personally find the songs themselves to be a little bit dull. But I do make jokes, y'all just take
they take it to the heart, man. They take
like the soy milk joke and the folding clothes. Y'all just relax.
He made that damn.
Cold is coming.
I mean, hey, y'all can come all you want.
Not my.
Pause.
You're at home, quarantine babies, man. That's what J. Cole probably wants you to do. Have a quarantine baby. That's gonna be the name of the next album, Quarantine Baby.
You know we got a song coming, man.
All right, man. So CJ Kid 1231 again with $30, man. Midnight Marauders are entered the 36 chambers. They came out on the same day, but which album is better?
Oh man, come on, really?
No, really. I want to hear what you gotta say, B, because you about to say some crazy shit. What is
I'm not gonna say nothing crazy. It depends on what day of the week.
No, see?
Oh, cop out.
It really does. It really
No.
seriously. Mike.
Hey, we're asking today, B.
People been asking me this question damn near since that album, since that day.
Today, B. What today? Which one is it today?
I might feel different though, Mike. I might feel different. Why y'all doing this to me, man? Shut up. Okay, so today I'm gonna say Midnight Marauder. Today.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What day is it?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
I feel like you sound low.
Wednesday. That's what it is.
I turned my mic down because they kept, complaining. So,
But you sound low to us, though.
Yeah, now I can't hear you.
well, damn.
Super low to us, dude.
Well, Feefo or Rod, you answer. Let me fix this.
I'm gonna go Wu-Tang today.
All right, Feefo.
Oh man, even though I don't like them like that, but this album's amazing. Midnight Marauders.
I'm going 36 chambers.
I'm going 36 chambers any day of the week, any month of the year, any year of the decade, bro. And I love Midnight Marauders, but nah, bro.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do another. Yeah, I'm gonna do another super chat real quick, and then you can hop into the.
Like it's funny. As much as I love both of those albums, Mike, you hurt my feelings.
How did I hurt your feelings?
Like I said, I love both of those albums, so I can't really get mad at your answer. But man, fuck.
My answer's the correct answer.
I hate that shit. No, it's not.
All right. All right. Once again, man, shout out to y'all for the super chats, man. Like this is crazy though. We did not anticipate you guys doing this. Like I said, we just wanted to come on here and have fun. But like again, man, we appreciate y'all for listening to super chats. I'm gonna do one more, and I'm gonna let Ken go to another regular question. So this is from I am Ayo Digital. He said, I'm assuming he's from overseas. He said, because it's different currency. It's for $9.99. Have you heard Little Sim's third album, Gray Area? What is your opinions on the album, Myke? Or is his name Myke? Maybe his name is Myke. Nah, that's weird. I don't know. Have anybody heard that album?
How did he spell it, Rod?
Man, it was my mid-year top 5 last year.
That was in your mid-year top 5?
Yes, it was in my mid-year top 5 last year.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like, I don't understand why people keep asking me that, and it's like, well, did you look at the top 5? Like, I love that album. That album is dope as hell.
Yeah. This stems from Twitter, where I said I didn't love UK hip hop, and all these dudes from overseas got their crumpets in a bunch and got pissed off.
Crumpets.
And started fucking screaming. And they were like, "You guys need to hear Little Sims." And I'm like, B has mentioned Little Sims multiple times. Right. I have said I liked Little Sims. Mm-hmm. Why do you guys keep thinking we haven't heard Little Sims? It's crazy, but that's why that question was asked. I guarantee.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I want to like UK rap. I can't get into the accents. I'm sorry.
You got something, Ken?
Yeah, so Candy Jabril said, why do y'all keep reviewing albums from these new school rappers like Lil Baby and Uzi when it's clearly not made for you. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I just don't think y'all get it.
Well, I think that's partly the reason why we bring the interns on a lot of those type of reviews, because it isn't for us, but at the same time, I feel like it is hip hop, and we try to encompass everybody. Like we don't try to alienate, even though we may not do a whole bunch of little whoever's. You know what I'm saying? But like every now and again, we got to touch on those albums. Like we can't just blatantly disregard them. So I feel like we gotta kind of give it our own little review.
And if we don't do it, then y'all will complain that we didn't do it.
Exactly. They be like, hey man, how can y'all review this, but y'all ain't review little such and such? Like,
little such and such. That's coming out. Somebody name gonna be little such and such.
Little such and such. I'm a bunch of McCollum.
Right.
You know, I understand the question. I understand the criticism, complaint, or whatever it is. But yeah, I think just to add to what Myke and Feefo and B already said, man, like, you know, it's just us documenting like what's happening and just paying attention to certain things. And whether we may get it or not, that's why we have Low Mid and all of these other people that are around. And some of those could, you know, as we saw in the past, could venture over into some of the music or rappers that we like. Like when Jadakiss started, you know, mirroring, you know, the Southern sound, you know, in his songs and stuff like that. So that's it, man. We just don't want to ignore that, you know, just as we do what we do, because, you know, it is current and it is what is out. So.
And sometimes some of us actually really do dig it. Like, I really do dig Lil Baby or The Baby or 21 Savage or whatever. Like, I actually do dig it. It may not be something that, you know, I'll keep in my rotation off, you know, all the time. But, you know, if I'm ready for that type of music, you know, I'll listen to it. So why wouldn't you review?
Yeah, you know what? And I think that's a good point, and then we'll move on to another question. Is that, like, I am on record of throwing 21 Savage's name in there when I was, you know, on my old man shit against some of the newer wave of hip-hop artists. And we did a 21 Savage review with Metro Booming and the other rapper, I think, from, I can't remember. And I ended up liking the project, and I ended up liking 21 Savage as a rapper, his style. So, you know, we are entitled and have a right to change our minds, and sometimes we do, and sometimes we don't. You get somebody just, well, yeah, we're going to move on. Anyway, Gillerm.
Let me do another super chat. Let me do, like, I guess, like, 2-3 super chats to your one type of thing. I feel like that'd be fair.
Is it fair?
Is it? I don't know. What y'all think?
I don't think that's fair because we're gonna get all of the super chats. We'll say that we will get all of them, but
okay. If
there's regular questions, I feel like we're kind of
okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, and I think this could be quick. Gillerm, I'm sorry, brother. I'm gonna try. Gillerm Nogueira said, "Are y'all reviewing ADHD?" I think that's Jordan Lucas's new album, and I got a story about that too.
Pretty sure we will.
Are we?
Are we?
I don't know.
I
So
thought we already said we weren't.
Oh.
somebody actually called me and asked me if we were going to review that album.
What you mean?
How the fuck they get your number?
I won't say on this public forum. I'll tell y'all offline.
They called you on the phone to ask that? Was it Jordan Lucas himself?
It may have been.
Right.
But yeah, it was weird, man. Like I answered the phone
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, it was like, hey man, big fan. Love what you guys doing, man. I just wanted to know, man, are you guys gonna review Jordan Lucas's new album? And I was like, we talked about it, so it's possible. This was like a week or so ago, or whenever we talked about it.
God, no,
Yeah,
good.
and then I was like, but yeah, man, you know, appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, then he just basically repeated himself. Yeah, I got a call. Somebody called me, asked me if we were going to review an album.
But you weren't like, man, how you get this number? Like, what the hell?
Nah, man, you know, I love the people, man. But y'all don't make this shit a habit.
Don't call me.
Yeah, no.
Somehow y'all get my number. please, I love y'all too, but please do not call me, ask me about no damn Jordan Lucas album.
I normally don't get any of the calls. Like, I have my phone set to not answer calls from people I don't know, but since I'm working from home, I've turned it off because I have my phone routed to my cell phone. So I have to answer all the calls. Yeah, so anyway.
I've been answering more calls than normal too, so yeah. This is a super chat from James Carey. It's in a different it's $30, but it's in a different currency. He said sending love and appreciation. Oh, okay. Sending love and appreciation from the UK. What are your favorite hip hop record labels and why? Can be active or defunct?
Definitely give me Bad Boy. Bad Boy kind of got me into like hip hop like when I was a teenager. So like the first album I bought was Puff Daddy and the Family No Way Out. So like the whole Bad Boy movement, and man, they was just killing it, hip hop and R&B. They had so many acts. Definitely give me Death Row, Snoop, Dre, Pop. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else that was on that label that was super dope. Definitely give me TDE because they're.
Bruh, no, you get one. Let's go.
Oh, my bad.
No.
I was in dead hip hop mode. My bad. My bad.
There's a lot of people in here, man. They got questions and everything. Go ahead, B.
Yeah, I would, off the top of my head, I was active. I would say Mellow Music Group is my favorite label right now. I mean, on every album, damn near that whole label's discography is just like quality. I mean, I can't even think off the top of my head a project where it was like, but like most stuff is always good to like great for the most part for Mellow Music Group.
Cool. What you got, Ken?
I'm gonna go with B, man. Mellow Music Group, man. They just don't miss. I don't understand how they're able to do it, but they have stayed consistent in quality and dopeness for years. So I'm gonna echo B.
C-Town?
Yeah, this is easy. Def Jux. It's always been my favorite hip hop record label. You know, from the early, the later Co-Flow stuff to the early LP stuff, C-Ray's Walls, Aesop Rock, all of that shit. Like, that shit was like formative for me when I was getting back into hip hop and finding out that there's this super weirdo underground part of rap that I could really get into. So yeah, it's easy for me, Def Jux.
I'm gonna go Griselda, man. I'm gonna go. I like what they're doing right now. So yeah, that's what I would go with right now. Currently, I can't even think about older labels right now. If we were going older, I'd probably say Rockefeller, but not right now. It's Griselda.
Don Allen's. This question is for you, Feefo. What was your best year in hip hop? And I think this is from that video we did. I don't think you were there.
Okay.
With James.
Yeah, when Kyle came in.
I was with A-Caster.
Yeah, A-Caster.
Oh,
A-Caster.
Damn. To just give it to you off the top of my head, I really couldn't do that.
You want to come back to it and think about it?
Yeah. Just think about it.
I gotta look that up.
Well, make a note to come back to it.
Yeah. Good job, Mike.
I got your back.
Another super chat, $20 from William Moranci. I'm sorry if I messed it up, bro, but appreciate your donation. What is your honest opinion on Soulja Boy and his first 3 albums? I think they've held up and paved the way for much of the internet-based underground hip-hop. In my opinion, his music isn't supposed to be deep, but it's fun as hell.
I mean, I'm sorry I can't give an opinion on the albums, but I mean, I do agree that Soulja Boy did like create a, what's that word? I mean, he created a lane or created
blueprint.
A
blueprint.
Yeah. He created like a blueprint, like pretty much the blueprint of coming off the social media, internet before social media, really before social media started popping. Like he was the first one to pioneer that. So, but I can't really speak on his first 3 albums because I didn't listen to him. I mean, he just had those popular radio club joints. But other than that, I mean, he created a blueprint that everybody was pretty much doing then and still doing today. So Much as you hate him or love him, he is a pioneer. He did pioneer something.
You know what's interesting is that I never really thought about that until he started telling everybody that he did it. Last year, and I had to really think, and I'm still, I think there's some truth to it. To take a guy that was in Mississippi to use the internet to propel himself in stardom. I can't recall anybody before then doing it in that way, to have this big this big dance craze that even adults were doing. It was it was something that, reflecting back, it was something to behold. But I haven't listened to his 3 albums. I don't know if they hold up. I find that unlikely, because I think that sound was probably signature to that time. But I will have to listen to see to honestly answer the second part of that question.
Any opinion on it? Oh,
Yeah, I could go back and answer the previous question. 96. 96 had some of the albums that like I go back most to. Obviously, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt. My favorite Nas album, It Was Written. AT Aliens came out that year. All Eyes on Me. Don Illuminati, Tupac's joint. It's just a whole bunch. So I would definitely have to say 96 for me.
we thought you were gonna pick something in the 2000s, 2010s.
Well, like for me, like everything that came out in '96, like I had to go back to, right? Because I wasn't necessarily privy to it at the time that it came out. But like when I go back, those are some of the most influential albums for me, even personally, even though I listen later.
Okay, all right.
Hey, real quick, I know we were just talking about Dr. Dre and DJ Premier battle based off Swiss Instagram. We're gonna have a RZA versus DJ Premier on IG Live this Saturday.
Interesting.
That'd be fun.
Okay. All right, I got another one from CJ Kidd, man. 1231. He did another $20. This is for Myke. Yeah, man, he out here representing, man. This is crazy. Myke, 93 till infinity. No need for alarm. Fear itself, or like it should be.
Fuck you. That's my answer. God damn.
You gotta answer. You gotta answer, my shawty.
Christ.
I had to answer a tough one.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, it hurt, don't it?
Because this one is almost impossible to answer.
Mm-hmm.
I can definitely take out how it should be, even though that's just dope. I
He
would
said
take that
extra
out.
pro. He said like it should be extra pro in quotation marks.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I would take that one out.
Okay.
I mean, that album is amazing. And by the way, Extra Prolific just dropped a new project after many years. So check that out if you haven't heard it. Back to the question. To make this quick, I'll have to go 93 till infinity, just because I feel like that kind of put a lot of people onto Hyro. Even though Dell is still my favorite out of that whole collective, but I still have to go 93 till infinity. Because I mean, damn, batting practice. I mean, just off that track alone, I do a fucking video on this one.
That'll be dope.
I'm not comfortable with this answer, so
That's funny.
yeah. But I'm gonna say 93 till infinity for now.
That's what's up.
That's a good question, though.
Yeah, that was. Question from BBE. Who had the best debut? Well, who had the debut best trilogies? I wrote it. Kanye with College Dropout, Late Registration, and Graduation. Eminem with Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, and Eminem Show. Or Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, or Damn.
Kendrick for me.
Eminem's first album was a Slim Shady.
It go B.
I'm just
His first 3 albums, B, you know what they are.
Infinite, Slim Shady, and Marshall Mathers LP.
Okay.
Hey, come on.
You know he don't know that, man. He talking.
Question. Somebody answer it.
I did. I said Kendrick for me.
All right, Feefo. Since
Kanye.
B's still thinking.
Kanye.
B. B.
I'm thinking.
B.
Hey, B. While I'm talking shit, I when I read the question, I was like, overly dedicated. Like he got Kendrick Lamar shit screwed up too,
Yeah.
because it's overly dedicated. Yeah, I'm jumping on you and. My bad.
Mike. Golly.
I'm gonna go. This one's hard. I'm gonna take Kanye out. Y'all already know that. So between M and Kendrick, I'm gonna say M, just because I listened to those 3 albums more.
Gotcha.
B.
Or Kid.
I'll go Kendrick.
I go Kendrick Lamar.
All right, cool. All right, so I got a super chat. Gary Clutch Cart. Gary Clutch. This is a ton to it. Gary Clutch Cart with $10. Appreciate you, bro. You're making a reality TV show. Which 5 rappers do you put in a house together?
That's all the way Feefo's question.
Go ahead, Feefo.
I gotta think a little bit. The first and foremost dude that I'm putting there is Joe Budden. That's number one.
Okay. I see it. Freddie Gibbs, you gotta put. He is a fool, man. I can see Freddie Gibbs on TV, man.
Yeah. Okay, fine. I'll go with that. Freddie Gibbs.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Jay-Z because he's so private. I think that would, you know what I'm saying? Like that alone, people would just tune in to see what the fuck Jay's gonna do.
He's just gonna stay in his room the whole time.
He wouldn't. So that's 3. Give me
I can add 2 more for you.
Go ahead.
I think Tyler the Creator and Schoolboy Q would be a good one. They silly as fuck, man.
There we go.
I see that.
You know who I was gonna throw in there?
Who?
West Side Gun.
Oh, he's a fool.
Bro. Just because like that shit that we saw when we saw him live, where he said, I'm not even gonna play next time I come here. I'm just gonna turn it on. It was like everything he said was fucking hilarious.
Nah, he was hilarious.
Bro,
was
putting
hilarious,
him and Freddie Gibbs against each other, I feel like people will be laughing for hours.
Yeah. Oh man. You wanna go with another regular question, Ken?
Yeah, so somebody keep asking me about new Childish Gambino. We did review that, so we're working on getting that out in the form of a video or as a podcast. So make sure you guys go subscribe to the Dead End Hip Hop podcast feed wherever you get your podcast. The question I have is from Matty Dog. It says, do you guys think you can rate the albums in future reviews where each member gives us a rating? I know we've discussed this in the past, but we do have new folks, so...
No,
sir.
Hey, the closest thing you gonna get, if it bump in the whip or not. That's the
right.
That's it.
You're not gonna get no letter or number in rankings from us. Never. No.
Nah, it's not gonna happen, man. These are more conversation based than actual like review, man. It's just how we feel about the music. You know what I mean? It's not like the way we review albums isn't like, okay, on this like ranking scale type of thing. It's just like how you really feel about that music at that time.
Yeah, because it's subject to change. Like I think pretty much everybody on here has gone back and said, "Oh, maybe I didn't like this at this point in time, but now I like it a little bit more." So like we would contradict our own rating system. So it either bump or it don't bump. That's it.
and you know, I think just to close it out is that, I mean, I don't know what y'all do nowadays. Things have changed, obviously, since I was a teen and growing up. But we never really rated albums growing up. We just talked about what we liked, didn't like, said what was whack, what wasn't. So that's really the vibe and essence of the show. Not about assigning a number system to music like that. So
not knocking anybody that does that, you know, but that's just not our way.
Yeah, and for everybody that keeps asking about The Weeknd, y'all missed the beginning of the show. Myke and Feefo did review it. There's something coming, one way or the other.
All right, I got Joshua Turner, another super chatter, man. Appreciate you, man. He did $10. He said, "Do you all have any white genres you enjoy? We know Myke loves metal, but do you have anything similar that breaks typical concession?" And not just white genres, like any other genres outside of just, I guess, like hip hop.
Jazz. I mean, jazz for me. Yeah.
Ain't white.
Yeah, well, they stole it. It became white.
Well, I'm tweaking this question a little bit. You know
Yeah, that's why I answered. That's why I answered jazz.
It's white, Rod.
Yeah, if it ain't white, it ain't right.
Oh, well, it's a no for me. Nothing for me. Man.
Racist. What you got, Ken?
I think the '80s, man. Yeah, like indie rock stuff like that. I do. What did you say, Kid Rock?
I said K-pop.
But yeah, yeah. I think the '80s stuff back in the day, I liked like a lot of the indie rock stuff. I'm really interested in a lot of the rock from the '70s that's put out. And there's a guy, Mark Maron, and his podcast. He talks about a lot of the stuff that he listened to growing up, and it's always really interesting hearing him talk about those. So sometimes I get in a rabbit hole and just go on Wikipedia from one guy he'll name and just spiral out of control. So that, and I do like yacht rock, man. That little smoothie, little
I kind of mess with that too. Kid.
little boat stuff.
I kind of mess with that too, man.
Yep. So yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it's more like Spanish hip hop, Spanish trap, Bad Bunny, stuff like that. Salsa, merengue, bachata.
Salsa, merengue, and bachata is not white.
Hey, I'm utilizing Rod's version of the two.
White.
I don't listen to anything that's white. I'm sorry.
All right. Then that's the
I
answer.
don't like that in my household. I'm sorry.
Then that's the
I don't
answer.
like that like now either.
There's no playing my ride. All right, man, CJ the Kid out here living in the quarantine times because he did another 20 times. This is Feefo specifically. He said, what group did you like out of the big three in the early 2000s? G Unit, D Block, or Dipset? I know.
Yeah, like the first one was G Unit. Like they were the first ones that I dove into. I liked all three of them, but G Unit was the first that I kind of like. I was just, bro, like that first album to me was amazing. People think that it's whack or whatever, but I love that album. But
which one?
Their very first collective one.
The first G Unit album?
Mm-hmm. Beg for Mercy, I believe.
Yeah, Beg for Mercy. Yep, with my buddy on there. Yeah, man, that shit was hard as fuck to me. I used to ride all the time with my subwoofer bumping that shit. But the Dips, I would say, was I think I like their overall discography more than I like the G Unit joint. So the Dipset shit, man, Diplomatic Community 1 and 2, all of those artists that they have, Freaky Zeke, like the ones that didn't like really make it in Casa, like I fuck with the Dips heavy.
Bogan is I can't even say the first name. Yoshia Bogan. Said 2-part question. Speaking of Griselda, who is your favorite, Benny, Conway, or Westside? And I can answer the second one right away. Why didn't y'all review Conway's last album? We did. So again, this is another one that we're working on. We're trying to get through this self-isolation virtual recording as well. But there you go. First question. Who's your favorite?
Give me Conway, man. Y'all already know.
Give me Benny.
I'll take Benny.
Yeah, Benny. Yeah, it was funny because we were just talking about this when we was on that little review. That's crazy. Yeah. Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Benny for now, but this is like B's answer earlier. It really changes on the day. But today.
But today.
Got another super chatter. This is from a woman this time. We got Amber Pace.
Shout out to Amber.
$5. Appreciate you. She said, at this point, are y'all anticipating an Isaiah Rashad project?
Hell yeah. It's been like what, like a half a decade?
It's been 4 years, man. It's been 4 years since it's been since 2016 since his last album dropped. So yeah, I'm definitely anticipating an Isaiah Rashad album. I want to hear what he has to say, what he got to talk about, what's been going on these last 4 years. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Isaiah Rashad album.
Because if he don't drop, I think at this point he might get dropped. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, where the music at? It's a business too now.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it.
What you got, Kenny, before I go to another super chat?
Well, you get Myke.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm not in my head. Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Okay. This one actually is for you, Mike. Nick Quinn, and maybe you may understand the question. It says, Mike, who do you think out of the metal world would be great as a feature, and who would they team up with? Do you understand that question?
That's the whole question?
Yeah, that was it.
Would be as a great feature on a rap song?
I suppose, but if you don't, brother, if you're watching, clarify that a little bit more, and if I see it, I'll get back to it. If Mike don't have an answer.
I don't.
Okay.
But I would like to answer it, so yeah, if you could clarify, that'd be cool.
All right, go ahead, Rod.
Once again, $15 this time. Mike, in your opinion, who won that High Road versus Hobo Junction battle?
Shit, man. Fear kind of got him. I don't know, man. I think it's been like when we used to talk about it back in the day, it was always just one of those things where it's like nobody really had a solid answer. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, there wasn't really that much of a battle to me. A lot of it was just kind of like them getting annoyed with each other and shit. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I just love the way Saphir was just kind of the way he was spitting. So I may have to go with. I don't know. Because Casual was spitting too, so fuck, man. That was a good battle.
Don't punk out over here, man. Give him an answer, man.
I don't want to turn my back on my crew, man, because I want to be a member of High Road. So I'm just gonna say High Road, man. I got to.
All right, cool. Since Ken walked away, he's doing like, so just so y'all just, it's in here, it hasn't been here. Ken's,
What?
The way Ken left and came back.
Oh, he came back on the
No, I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and go, Ken. Got Rain Man, appreciate you, bro. He did $10. He said, just curious to why the channel hasn't peaked like other channels. By far, you guys have the best reviews and synergy since you guys first started. Can't wait to hear CSF group.
I got an answer for this one.
Go ahead. You say you don't?
I do.
Oh, go ahead.
Because I was thinking about it the other day, man.
Mm-mm.
Well, I think a lot of it is because we are way too honest. I feel like if we were kissing rappers' asses way more, then they would promote our shit a lot more. We would probably get invited to shit. But because, and I blame myself a lot for this, but because we're assholes, I think that kind of gives us a little bit of a bad rep with certain rappers, and they might be spreading that shit. You know, because you have to always think about this. It's like the negative attention and negative comments always get more like legs than the good shit. So Royce might post up and be like, yeah, these guys know what they're talking about and they're giving these great hip hop conversations. But then you have someone that maybe like a J. Cole that might not really like the jokes I've made and be like, yeah, fuck those guys. And he might tell, I'm not saying he's doing this, of course. I don't think J. Cole would, but this is just an example. If he did go and tell like 3 other people, and then those 3 people tell 6 more people, it's just the way it works, man.
I've always thought because we're very specific, it's just hip hop. Like say Fantano, for instance, he does everything. So that opens up his fan base to a wider, audience. So I always thought that it was just because we're strictly hip hop, and that kind of not necessarily boxes us in, but it keeps us at a certain level.
But what genre is bigger in the world right now than hip hop? So if that's the case, then we should be as big as Fantano.
But because he does that, he gets a quarter from this genre and maybe another 10% from that genre, and it just aggregates all into his total sub number.
Well, I think Fantano's been doing it longer, so that's one thing. This is not an us versus Fantano thing either, but as far as us just not being bigger, I really think it's because of the way we conduct ourselves.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, honestly,
yeah.
And we're old. Let's be straight up.
Yeah. So
I agree with a lot of Myke what Myke is saying. I also think for me personally, because I watch a lot of YouTube as well. Like I don't even watch that much TV anymore. I just think personally, I don't think we diversify our content enough. Like I think we're entertaining, but we're way more entertaining in a lot of different ways. And on Dead End Hip Hop, y'all don't always get to see that. And I think that if y'all saw the other sides of us, like if you listen to Is the Mic Salon, it doesn't have the same feel as Dead End Hip Hop. And I just think that we haven't been able to express ourselves on differently on Dead End Hip Hop YouTube.
I think it's all of the above. I agree with Rod. We're covering one genre, even though that's one of the biggest ones out there. And because it's one of the biggest ones out there, without the lack of content diversification, with us just doing one thing, so that's another factor. And then, as Myke said, man, like the tagline is no politics, no BS. I mean, we started out wanting to make sure that we're honest in what we're saying. And some people don't like to hear the truths, whether it's without a joke or with a joke. And that's just the way it is. So that's why I think the industry doesn't really mess with us a lot the way that I think that they should. Even though in terms of cultural relevancy, when you see artists, and we're talking about legends, recognize and appreciate what we do, it stops just with them. But most of them are have received favorable reviews from us. So they're more likely to say something positive than those that haven't.
All right. You got another one, Ken?
I do. So Johnson Daly wrote, and I think this is a good video. I just want to acknowledge the question, but I think we should do this as a video if y'all interested. He asked y'all top 10 rappers currently. So I wouldn't mind trying to do that as a video instead of trying to come up with it on the spot. I think that would be kind of fun and dope. So stay tuned for that, brother. Make sure you subscribe. The question that I have is from Fuck Main, and it says, are y'all going to cover the XXL Freshmen list this year?
Is it out?
Not yet. I guess he's just talking about when it drops.
I mean, we typically do. I mean, I don't know.
Now, we went through a period where we did, and then we didn't. And then I think last year we came back and did
like 2 or 3 years, didn't we? Didn't we skip like 2 or 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's probably one of the reasons why we ain't as popular as we should be, because we shitting on these little XL freshmen. We stop being so mean, quit being bullies. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I got another super chat person, $10 from Timbo Squeeze. He says, have any of you guys heard the Navy Blue debut album, Outta Iron? There's a car feature on it, and it's one of the best albums of 2020 so far to me. Anybody heard that? Navy Blue debut album, Outta Iron.
Nope.
Airin.
I haven't heard it.
But I listen. I'm curious.
Okay. Let's see. Kyle Spence. He did $10. Sorry, bro. He said I dropped $10 earlier, but I guess got skipped. Sorry about that. Like I said, man, they just coming in, so we here now though. He said I dropped $10 earlier, but I guess it got skipped. Where does Pharrell rank in your top producers list? Would he ever make your top 5? Would he be considered a legend?
And hold on, before we answer that, Kyle Spence, if you hear me, ask another question and we will answer that one. We didn't mean to skip you, bro. If you paid that 10, we're gonna get your question.
I say Pharrell is going to be I think he's a legend. I think he's probably already a legend as far as when it comes to producers. But he won't be in my top 5 though personally. But he's definitely a legend.
Yeah, for me, he's definitely top 5, and he's a living legend right now. Some of the biggest tracks that hip hop rocks to this day. So hell yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah, Pharrell's one of my favorite producers. Man, I like the mellow sound he makes. Soundscape he makes for people. So yeah, I'm kind of like, they're not sure if he's in my top 5, but he's definitely top 10. I don't know about top 5. I'll have to think about that, but definitely top 10 though.
Kyle, also just if you want to just drop that in the chat and at us, and I'll pull it out and make sure I see it. So yeah, our apologies on that.
I don't think it ever goes anywhere. So if it may get skipped, but I'm gonna come back to them. So even if you don't get to it right when you do it, just know that I'm gonna come back to all the super chats. We announced that earlier. If you wasn't here earlier, so I don't think you have to pay another 10 for us to see it. I think it stays there.
Right, and that's why I wanted to say that. So he didn't think that.
All right, cool.
Okay, so this question is from Manasseh Nerayo. What's the best Eminem album after his classics? He wrote MMLP 2 and Relapse by a landslide to me.
Relapse. Easy. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Wait, what's the question again? I was reading. What's the question again?
What's the best Eminem album after his classics?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm with my Relapse. That's
Same.
definitely one I've always gone to a lot when it came to post Eminem classic albums, I guess if you want to say. But yeah, Relapse is definitely, and people shit on that album, and I love that album. So yeah.
MMLP2 for me.
Talk about horrible.
Relapse is just as bad, bro.
You crazy.
What?
If it wasn't for the goofy accent, y'all would like that album.
Relapse was fucking
over there, Myke.
What you
That
said
was pretty crazy. My bad.
I said, I don't know what you're drinking over there out that thermos, bro.
Nah, you tripping, Feefo.
All right, man. So this is this is probably the biggest one so far. We got a $50 super chatter, man. I know I'm gonna mess up your name, but I'm gonna try. It's Nahal Shah. He says, "Yo, Daddy Hip Hop. I mainly wanted to say thank you for getting me into hip hop, but also are any of you still following battle rap from the Total Slaughter? Y'all did. I think Rod might be, Averb finally battled Lux last year. I think I did see that pop up, but like I said, I haven't been watching battles like I used to, and I meant to watch that. So yeah, I would be excited to see that. I heard people say Averb won too, so I definitely am going to go back and see that. But so yeah, I guess it's a Myke question too. So
yeah, I still watch battle rap. Maybe not quite as much as I used to, but yeah, man, I still tune in. I don't watch as much as I used to, and I don't necessarily click on the battles if it's just two random dudes I've never heard of in my entire life. But yeah, man, I still pay attention to what's going on. And yes, Averb did win that battle.
Okay, yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah,
in my opinion, because you know how people.
And I'll be biased, Averb's one of my favorite battle rappers. But let me knock this out real quick. CJ Kidd again, man, $20. He said, Rod, what in your opinion is Jay-Z's most underrated and unappreciated album?
Well, I think I know that answer for you. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know.
Magna Carta.
Nope. It ain't that.
Kingdom Come.
I knew it. I knew it.
Like, I do not know why people get. You know what? I won't say I don't know why, but I get it. But man, I don't know. I don't know if it was the hype of him coming back to do that album that I like, but I don't think that album is bad.
It's not, Rod.
I don't think that album is bad.
It's not. You and I have had this discussion before. And I think we agree with that album. It's not as bad as people made it out to be.
Yeah, I got Lost Ones on there. It's so many gems on that album. I don't know. Huh?
I said 30 something.
Yeah.
I agree with you, man. It's a dope album.
Yeah, man. A lot of people, it's definitely unappreciated in my opinion. I can see them not wanting that from him when he first came back, but yeah, it's good to me.
Yeah, because like even if you listen to Minority Report, it still holds what we're going through right now.
Yep. What did he have? A beach chair on there?
Yep, beach chair. Yeah, he got some joints on there, man. Yeah, people sleeping.
I got another super chat. Go ahead, Kenny.
Okay, just to add on to the battle thing real quick, just want to plug Kevin with Dead and Gaming. Him and his boy Saquon, they do a battle podcast on the Dead and Hip Hop feed. So you guys check that out if you're interested. Just subscribe to the Den of Hip Hop and check it out. They cover it bi-weekly. The next question I have is from Abdul Salam Trekkie. And I don't know if you guys can answer this, but I'm going to ask it anyway because I've seen it pop up a couple of times. Where would you rank Lupe Fiasco all time?
That's tough.
All time is a big word, so
It is, yeah.
I don't know if we can narrow that to something we could answer.
Well, what do you mean? But where do we rank him?
I guess like you know how people do like top 5, top 10, top 20, and I guess maybe it's a quality of an MC is the question. I'm not sure.
Okay, then just say top 20 because then he could still fall in your top 10 or your top 5. It's an easy answer. Math, my brother, math. You know what I'm saying?
What's that shit where the dude doing that?
That's what I'm saying, bruh.
That's slick. I'm at.
He's an elite rapper, man. He's definitely like Mike said, the top 20, possibly top 10, and probably some people's top 5. I would say for me, probably top 10 rapper, man. Like he all time.
All time, huh?
I think so. I think so, man. Lupe's nice, man. Lupe's nice. Like
why is that surprising?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Top 10, just because I know the artist that Rod likes. So just to put him top 10 is like, I feel he's gonna have to jump a couple of people I thought that would have been there.
No, if you remember, Lupe's one of my favorite artists back in the day. I remember I was so upset that he started going the other route. Like Lupe.
Rod used to yell at me when I would make fun of Lupe.
Yes, I did. I feel so bad about those times.
I do too. And for those of y'all watching, I did apologize to Lupe, and he accepted my apology. So we're cool. Now I just gotta make J. Cole accept my apology.
Yeah, Rod should have been a promoter for the Cool. I remember when that shit was
man. Yeah, I was so scared about the Cool. I got another super chat. Parf Patel. Let's appreciate you, Parf. This is a good question actually. Who is an playing hip hop artist you guys don't get the hype / praise for at all? I think that's a good question.
Who's the who?
Anybody y'all think people are hyping up that they just don't deserve it or don't get it?
Wait, so who is receiving hype that we don't feel deserves the hype?
Or just y'all, we don't get it. We won't say deserve, but we just say don't get the
Is
hype.
it like right now, or just one person we can like first artist that we can remember?
I would say right now because we're talking about hype right now.
X
who?
XS Tentacion.
He's hype. He's dead.
I mean, but when he was alive, and people still talk very highly of him.
So you think he's overrated?
I don't know where he's rated, but I never got the hype, and I've listened to his music, but I've never really got it or understood it, and I think a lot of it from conversations I've had with people that like his music and like him as an artist, extended beyond the music and to what he would say on like his live streams and chats and stuff like that. So he's an answer that I have.
Anybody else got one?
Yeah, for me, it's that this video hasn't come out, but we did a reaction video to this artist 645 AR. And I don't understand the level of success that he has signing a multi-million-dollar contract. I want to say to Columbia. Like I don't get it. Like we watched it. Maybe that video come out. Maybe it won't. But I just do not understand the hype at all around this guy, and he is super serious about his music. Don't get it.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I would still say A$AP Rocky, because
Man, cut B's mic off.
I was gonna say A$AP Rocky.
Oh shit! Did y'all mute him?
He did. He muted. He actually did it. But yeah, I would say A$AP Rocky. Yeah, like I've been never been in love with either of his projects that he released. Never. And I remember Myke used to be on my boat, but then he started liking A$AP Rocky recently. So yeah, I've never. That's when I still don't understand. Like, no, that's my today artist. I can definitely give you a back in the day artist as well.
A$AP is ill. I don't give a fuck what he say.
Yeah, I don't know what he talking.
A$AP is ill, bro.
It's tripping, boy.
I don't get it.
That's another person that I'm glad he accepted my apology.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, that's right. Damn, I can't think of anybody right now. I thought I did.
What exactly was the question? I'm sorry. It was who's really hyped that you don't really understand the hype behind them?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Go ahead.
Anybody else have one?
Your brother, boy.
We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
You have a brother.
You know what? Real quick, I just want to mention the X thing. I was with Ken a long time ago before I listened to him, and once I listened to him, even though I do not like his music, I do get the hype. He is very different. He's very unique, which is more than I can say about a lot of other rappers. That's it. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody right now. I know I've said this about something, but I just don't get it. Another super chat guy, Kahind Alonge. I'm sorry, bro. I know I butchered that, but he did $10. We appreciate you. Respect to what y'all do. Be safe. Who is the most down to earth artist that you had the opportunity to meet / interview as a group and individual?
Alchemist, hands down.
Man, Alchemist is so cool.
Alchemist, hands down, man. Alchemist, hands fucking down. Like that shit was crazy, man.
Yeah, y'all was riding the car together, shit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Up to the damn Ghostface show and shit, man. Like he like, I roll with you. I'm like, oh shit, for real? Yeah. But yeah, I would say Alchemist, and I would also say Black Milk too, because he was just as excited to meet us as I was to meet him. So that
Big Crit was cool too. Big Crit was real cool. Yeah, he was real cool.
Because he was on his album.
No, but here's the thing, Mike. Like, because people had brought up that I didn't like. What was the album? One of his first ones. Not Can't remember the time, but the one after that. And I said it was too like south sounding. You called me out right in front of his face. I was like, damn, Feefo. He was like, yeah, because Rob was saying he didn't really like this one or whatever. I'm like, really, bro? I'm like,
that really happened? Am I my brother's keeper, Ralph? Apparently not.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, man. I was a little starstruck, man.
I was like, damn.
And the other thing about that story too was, okay, so let me say it's a super chat question. I can go in a little bit. So we was at a Stali concert at the Old Masquerade, and obviously we had access to the back room and all of that, and it was packed back there. I was kind of surprised at how many people was back there. And Stali came back there, and everybody, like all of the media people was hovering and stuff like that. All of a sudden enters Big Crit. And I see him, me, Ken, and Rod see him, and we're like, oh shit, but we stayed in the back. Everybody's hounding him, and you kind of see Crit like, nah, bro, I'm good. No interviews, I ain't trying to do that, I'm not trying to do this, whatever. Then he goes and daps up Stali, and after they chop it up for a little bit, he looks over our way, he's like, oh shit, Dead in Hip Hop. And I was like, oh, you motherfucker know it. And how he was kind of dismissing everybody else, he gave us that time and that shine. And we started talking, and obviously he dropped the Catalactica. Was it Catalactica?
Yeah, he dropped a reference of that. Yeah,
of the name of the new album, and he literally he gave us an interview. We didn't even ask. Like we was talking, Rod was like, "Oh shit, let me turn on this camera." So I wasn't even like in interviewing mode, kind of sorta. Like I was just, "Oh shit, we're talking to Big Crit. He know who the fuck we are." Type of shit. But yeah, man, Big Crit by far for me the most humblest artist that I've met so far. Outside of Alchemist was dope.
What about you, Mike?
Ali.
Ali.
You know what? I take that back because Ali acted pretty much how I expected Ali to act, just cool as fuck and whatever. And Ali never gave off this kind of air that he might not be cool as fuck.
Right.
Like, you listen to his albums, you assume he's gonna be cool as fuck. And
right.
I'll say the only other rapper that I can say that was super down to earth that I wasn't sure would be Sadistic. When I first hung out with him, he was super cool, getting drunk, talking about movies and shit, just acting a fool. He wasn't like this. I expect him to be this super serious, like super cerebral guy that would just want to talk about the cosmos and shit. But nah, he's just a big fucking goofball that just wants to laugh and have a good time. Like when Rod and Ken, when y'all came to the show, he's cool as shit.
He's cool as hell, man.
So yeah, I'd have to go Sadistic. Not that he's cooler than Ali. It's just I didn't expect him to be as cool as he was.
Gotcha. Somebody got a question about Ali too, but I'm gonna get to that one. I'm gonna do one more super chat, then I'm gonna let you go, Ken.
Well, I wanted to answer the question.
Oh, my bad. Damn. I'm trying to get through on my bad, bro.
No, it's all good. Odyssey.
Oh,
I had a feeling he was gonna say that one, Ken. I had a feeling he was.
Yep, Odyssey, man. Really.
He ended up enjoying. He didn't want us to stop.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Great. Check out the interview we did with him. It's on the channel.
All right. Let's see. So this is another super chatter. A Shawnee, $10. Appreciate you. Was there any video you guys? I think I know the answer to this. Was there any video you guys felt bad about after uploading or review you never put out because it didn't feel right? Love you guys. We love you too, bro. Or it says A Shawnee, so it could be a chick.
Mac Miller. Or we never released it.
That's what he said. He said either put out or never released.
Yeah, the Mac Miller joint. I still stand behind not putting that out just because it would have been distasteful on our end. So I definitely stand behind that. For me personally, it was 90059 because that I was all the way fucked up in that review, and people still call me out to this day. So that is what it is.
And just to give a little context on the Mac Miller, it was we reviewed, which album was that? It was
Circles. Or Swimming. Sorry,
Swimming. It was Swimming. We reviewed it, and like unfortunately, like right before we were about to release it, he had passed away, and like Feefo was saying, it I don't remember it being that favorable, and just didn't feel right releasing it. So we've had conversations about releasing it on Patreon, but yeah, it's I think ultimately everybody just kind of agrees that we just probably won't ever release that one. So yeah, I agree with Feefo. That's one for me personally. Anybody else got one?
I got a lot, but all the ones pre like 2018, you know. But but if I'm gonna be specific, a couple that I really feel bad. Well, y'all already know the Lil B. I haven't even gone back and watched that bullshit. But the Lil B one definitely I wish never came out. I fucking hate Rod for releasing that bullshit.
You still haven't watched that?
Why would I watch that shit? It's stupid. It's me being a fucking dick for 30 minutes and you recording it and releasing it. Anyway, also the one we did of Random Acts, which I already went on my channel and apologized because I said some really distasteful, disrespectful shit about my man
Guilty Simpson.
I mean, I think that and the very first the first John Connor review, I was an asshole in that, and I wish that never came out. And the first ASAP Rocky review,
and the first Big Sean.
No, I'm cool with that. I was an asshole though. I do feel bad for being a dick, but I mean,
yeah, I feel you.
My opinion didn't change about the album, but I was being an asshole. So yeah, there's a lot of videos that I really wish I could go back in time and just delete them shits.
Anybody else? He didn't want to release everything, just so y'all know. He don't care. He released everything. Everything, bro. You said nothing for YouTube? Mm-hmm. All right, we got super chat, $4.99. This is Tata O. I like this question because a lot of people don't realize that, just because we didn't review the shit don't mean that we haven't listened to it. So they said, have y'all listened to Styley, Tell the Truth, Shame the Devil, Complete Set? It's one of my favorite albums of all time, and it's super slept on. Anybody listen to that?
Nope.
Yeah,
no, I haven't.
I don't know if that particular Styley project, or I may y'all already know I'm bad with names. I'm horrible with names, but I've pretty much listened to everything Styley. I am a Styley fan. So I
Still?
Think,
You're still a Stolly fan?
I am. Anytime he drops something, I still check it out.
You check it out, but do you like it?
There's always a handful of tracks that Stolly creates that I like.
Because it don't feel he from the and I can't even recall the last one I listened to, but it just don't feel like it used to with some of his stuff.
Yeah, his whole approach is definitely changed, especially now that he's not on MMG anymore. It's interesting, but partly why I still check out for him.
Gotcha.
All right, got a super chat from Blair, $10. Appreciate you, bro. Have you guys ever heard any New Zealand or Australian rap? Speaking from New Zealand, would be really interested to see if you guys review any Aussie group like Hilltop Hoods, or maybe an older New Zealand group like Nation Mystique. Sorry, bro.
Hilltop Hoods sound familiar. I don't know why. But I would be interested in doing it. I mean, are they any good? That's what I would like to know. But
Australian rap is dope.
Yeah. Okay. I would be.
It's Elia. Hello. back. Come on, bro.
You know, I think I saw she co-wrote Megan Thee Stallion's Savage song, which once I saw that made so much sense. But yeah, I would just.
I heard she co-wrote the first Run the Jewels album.
But to answer your question, bro, I would be interested.
Honestly, if the guys want to do it, I'll do it, but I'm good.
All right.
Well, hold on. Let me
all right, go
get
ahead.
this one. Kids in Tuxedos asked, how long do you see current mainstream trap rap lasting? Do you think it would be kind of like hip hop was in the bling era?
Wait, say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Basically, how long do we think the current trap rap that's out now will last? And do we see it as this generation's version of the bling era?
I mean, what was the?
You know, Cash Money. Cash Money.
No, I'm just saying, but like bling era, like they still talk about their jewelry and cash and all that shit. Like that's what I thought the bling era was about, more showing off jewelry and all that stuff. Don't they still kind of do that now? Like
It's still prevalent now.
Yeah.
And I think unless the government fucking legalizes every fucking drug where you can just get over the counter, motherfuckers still gonna be trapping. They're gonna be trapping in 2050, bro.
Right.
So
and with that said, I think trap rap will always be around. The only thing that'll change are the rappers. So the trap rap will be there, but the rappers will keep changing, is what I think.
Yeah, because when you think about trap, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, the first time I ever heard that was Outkast and either ATLiens or Equipment. I can't remember. But then obviously I think T.I. and Gucci really took it, and then Jeezy really took it. And we're talking, that's like 20 years ago now. You know, 20 plus years ago now. And it's still going on. And you got dudes like Future, man, it ain't going nowhere. Trap rap ain't going nowhere.
Gotcha. Yo, Mike, who's the guy in the super chat that we missed?
JM.
Do you see it in here?
I don't see it, but it was a $10 super chat, and he said, "Y'all some bitches for trying to take my money and not answer my question.
Man.
Fuck Modest Media. Ken is a old bitch." What else he said?
I'm old.
He said Feefo should be on the Little Women of Atlanta show. God damn, bro, chill out.
Is this serious?
He didn't really say all that. He didn't really say all that. But we did miss his question. I don't see it though.
I don't see it.
Me either. I'm looking. I tried to scroll up.
He has said quite a few times now that he did a $10 super chat. I don't see it.
I don't see it.
Bro, you know we wouldn't do you like that.
We
number
really
one.
wouldn't. So if you out here lying, bro, that's fucked up because I don't see your question.
Right, he pausing the whole live stream, and I don't even see this. All right, come on, let me go to somebody. All right.
Yeah, well, hold on. But before you go, Rod, we're not taking any more new questions. If y'all already asked those questions, because we're going to try to hit a hard stop around 10 o'clock. So we're gonna get to all of your questions. Just don't send any more new ones, please. So we can answer everybody.
So the last super chat question is gonna be from XDog7. So please
How do you know that?
Or any more super chat questions, guys?
How do you know that?
Because I just looked. The thread thing.
How do you see the order, I guess?
You start at the bottom.
Okay, hold on. And this is new for us, y'all. All right, so, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Not really, because I look at what's at the top and then I kind of go through it, but I'll figure it out. So you said start at the bottom and work your way up. Because
no, you keep doing what you're doing, but when you get to XX Dog 7 about DJ Quik, that's the last question.
All right, cool.
Ask slower. Ask your question again because I'm looking. I may not see it.
All right, so ET, this is a $20 super chatter. This is ET Osei or something like that. It's OSEI. He said, y'all heard of Baby King, Kendrick's cousin? Any thoughts? Y'all one of the last real niggas reviewing rap, and keep it up.
That's what's up. Appreciate that. Nah, I haven't heard of Buddy though.
No, I heard that name, Baby King.
I've never heard of Baby King either. That's my first time hearing that joint right there.
He's Kendrick's cousin? Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he said, yeah.
You need to call Kendrick and be like, bruh, put my name out there. Because I've never seen his name anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. I found it.
Okay.
Baby King? What's he up to?
No, not I haven't heard of him. Just the other guy who was hoping that we would answer his question.
JM?
Nah, not him. Just the regular. Just one of the guys watching.
Okay. All right, I got another super chat person. It's Lucas Arnold. He super chatted $20. Appreciate you, Lucas. Has anyone in the crew heard Cool Calm Pete? Very underrated artist from the mid 2000s. Mike is shaking his head. Yes. What you got, Mike?
Am I the only one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool Calm Pete's dope.
Man, this man paid $20. What else you got on? Yeah, Cool Calm. Oh shit, just went out. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, Cool Calm Pete, classic. He was kind of with the Def Jux crew back in the day. Actually, this album is on Def Jux, but yeah, he was back when, and this is gonna sound racist, but I'm being honest. I didn't know a lot of Asian rappers. When I first heard Cool Calm Pete, I thought he was black, but until I got the album, I was like, oh shit, this dude's actually Asian. And when I heard it, I was a lot younger, so that was very eye-opening for me. But yeah, Cool Calm Pete is ill. I don't know what happened to him. He kind of just vanished. As far as I could tell, he might be doing music under a different name, maybe. But yeah, man, Cool Calm Pete was super dope.
That's what's up.
Slower. So this was the guy that wanted us. Hope he saw his question. He said, "Have we seen the others?" And then he said, "What are some of y'all favorite horror films? Any picks for quarantine?" So Slower, we do answer that question. It's on our Frames Per Second podcast, which you can find wherever you get your podcast. That episode will release tomorrow. It's a mailbag episode. So we're going to try to stick to hip-hop questions, but we appreciate you. But you're in luck. We have answered that question. You can check it out there tomorrow. So appreciate you, bro.
I had one, but it disappeared earlier. So this is by some XX Dogs 7. He donated $1.99. Appreciate you, bro. He said, "What's y'all opinion on DJ Quik's discography?"
Ooh man, I feel like his shit is underappreciated.
Very
underappreciated, man. Quik. When you talk about like not even just West Coast hip hop, but just hip hop in general, like one of the dopest producer MCs, underappreciated producer MCs in the game, man. Like yeah, Quik discography is is underrated in my opinion. And well, Ken, sound like Ken was a great.
Oh man, come on, man. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think DJ Quik influenced a lot of the people that we like, but for some reason his name doesn't get brought up as much. I'm not sure why.
That's crazy, ain't it? Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but yeah, I mean he should really get brought up with the
The
I
Dre,
mean, not Dre's necessarily, but because I mean his hits weren't like that.
right?
But I mean, he was producing on those like the early NWA level. Like he was producing on that level easy back then. So
yeah. I mean, because he's kind of part of that G-Funk kind of that sound as well. You know what I'm saying? That was popularized in the West Coast. So you gotta put him. You gotta mention him.
what else y'all got? That was the last super chat, right, Rob?
I don't know, because I know I missed some. Wait, let's see.
Did JM and the COD, did they ever put their stuff in here?
I answered the COD.
We did?
I thought, man, but I could be wrong. I'm not seeing the same one as you see, man.
Well, get the last one that's still there before it disappeared.
I already got that one. That was
Okay.
on.
Well, JM, bro, you haven't put your stuff in there, man. And the COD.
No, I saw the COD. I just can't remember if I answered it or not.
Well, if you put it in there, then we'll know. You know what I mean? Because we'll recognize the question.
Because, like I said, some of this stuff isn't even coming up for me right now for some reason. I'm not seeing all of them.
All right, well, we just said it.
We'll just do it this way. This will be the easiest thing for y'all to do. We're missing two, right? JM and what's the other one?
I think it's the COD.
The COD.
Okay. JM and Taka. It's 9:41. We're stopping at 10. Tag me on the comment section. I'm looking at it now. Tag me with your questions and we'll get them. If you don't tag me, then we're not going to see it because there's a lot of questions in here.
Yeah. And somebody named FC said Dead in Hip Hop, you missed me 3 times. I don't know if I ever answered them FC.
Oh, somebody did. Somebody did actually ask one about Scarface. Actually, I did see that one. It was about how many classics does Scarface have? And I would say 3. His whole fucking discography is great, by the way. Y'all should have all of them. All the albums are top notch. But I would say 3. So I'll go The Diary, of course. The Fits, and see, I want to say his first one, Mr. Scarface is Back. I'm gonna say that one too. Like that's now that has it's dated, but when that shit hit, like he has some bangers on that. So it was between that one, Untouchable is fucking dope as hell. And Last of a Dying Breed is dope as hell. But I would say definitively 3. But, the whole shit is fucking fantastic.
Real quick, Devin Bridgewater, he just donated $5. He just wanted to say, appreciate y'all. I've been put on to a lot thanks to Dead in Hip Hop. Love y'all. Keep it real. So that's dope, man. Appreciate your donation.
All right, I got Dakad's question. I'm going to say I'm looking at these comments. And I'm going to be honest, y'all, I can't tell if you're trolling or not because a lot of people keep saying, oh, I asked question 2 and you missed it. I asked question 2 if you missed it. Come on, y'all. We're old. We ain't got time for trolling. I don't know if y'all are fucking with us. But Dakad's question is, who is a better producer, Dr. Dre or Kanye West?
That's tough.
Dr. Dre or Kanye West?
That was his question.
Give me Dr. Dre.
Give me Kanye.
Give me Ye. I feel like he's more diverse.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, give me Dre.
Right. I'm gonna go Kanye. I just think he's more of a diverse producer than Dre, but I love Dre obviously. But yeah, I'm gonna go yeah with that one.
Okay.
So I do think some of y'all motherfuckers are lying in the chat.
I do too.
So
here's what we're gonna do, God. Oh, sorry, Ken.
No, go ahead. I think you're gonna say what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
After this is done, we're gonna go through the super chats that we got because I assume they're saved. So we're going to look and go through the super chats that we got. if we missed anybody's question on the next one that we do, which will be soon, we will answer those questions first. But if I see y'all motherfuckers in here lying, trust and believe I'm going to publicly shame you. So keep fucking with me if you want to. You know I'm petty. I'll post y'all shit everywhere. Alright?
And I saw
mouth, bruh.
yeah, and I saw somebody said that they get a confirmation and I hope a copy of the question that they submitted to their email. If that is the case, email that to us. The email address is deadendhiphop@gmail.com. Please put super chat in the subject, because if it's not there, I will not see it. None of us will. So do that. That is your responsibility, not ours.
Yes.
Okay? But we're not here trying to take anybody money, anything like that, man. We understand everybody's in quarantine. We wanted to, kind of just get on here and just kick it with you guys. But we want to make sure that everybody get what they paid for. So what I saw in the chat, if that is real, just do what I said. Send us an email, deadendhiphop@gmail.com with your confirmation, and we'll do what Myke just said.
Y'all know it's better than that. You know we're not gonna try to fuck y'all over, man.
Yeah.
This was, for instance, this was supposed to be an hour, y'all. This was supposed to be an hour, and we've been going for almost 2.
Thank you.
Hanging out with y'all. So yeah, we're not trying to fuck nobody over. But do not submit any more super chat questions today. Pretty please, because we're backed up and we're trying to stop in 15 minutes. Let's try to get some of these regular
Well, we just got 2 more.
As you said that, we got 2 more.
I know. That's why I said that.
All right, so we got to answer it right now.
Y'all stop clowning my mic, too.
So I wanted to meet Frank Ocean. This is the $10 one. That's his name. He said, has Lil B had a bigger impact than Kendrick on mainstream hip-hop today? It's crazy how many artists that pop now say Lil B was their biggest influence. I've seen that, too. Really? Like who?
Yeah, mainstream rap? No. Who?
Yeah, who?
Oh, he said, I guess, mainstream rap. But I see a lot of people say,
Wait, how you say, oh, you said? You read the question.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes just read. You know what I'm saying? You know how you can just be reading and not even, like retaining it?
And I don't even know if Kendrick has had, an impact on mainstream hip-hop. Kendrick, I feel like, is in a lane by himself. I don't know how many people, how many Kendrick babies he has out there. I really don't know. And Lil B has no babies. Who the fuck sound like Lil B?
Lil B got babies.
Lil B definitely has babies.
No, he does, people.
I feel like there wouldn't be, and look, they're going to get mad in the chat, and this is not a diss, but I feel like there wouldn't be people like a Lil Yachty. I feel like a lot of these dudes that were rebelling against the whole your rap is supposed to sound this way type of people, I think they got a lot of that shit from Lil B. They may not sound like him as far as rapping goes, but yeah, man, I think that whole, for lack of a better term, that whole swag that Lil B introduced,
yeah,
I think a lot of rappers took that and ran with it. And that's not a diss, again,
Yeah, I give you that. Not sonically,
right,
but just influential in how you move and being contrarian. I give you that.
Right, and just saying, fuck, we don't have to be super spitter, lyrical, whatever.
Right.
I give you that.
So yeah, I guess that's the case. Lil B is more than him.
Real quick, a super chat shout out. This is just a shout out from John Jacob Gillenheimer Alchemist, but he said his real name is Ricardo. Thanks a ton for what you do. And the content drought for us, unfortunate to still clock in and out at this time. He's just showing love.
Thank you, Ricardo. Appreciate
you, bro.
Appreciate it, Ricardo.
Damn, somebody else did.
All right, fine. Somebody asked Freddie Gibbs or Tupac.
In terms of what?
Somebody asked that for real. He said somebody did. Ain't nobody asked
No,
that.
I swear.
Tupac.
Tupac, man.
Tupac.
Don't do it, Feefo.
One time, bro.
Tupac.
You just scared to tell the truth.
He is.
And that's why I said in what type of what are we talking about? We're just talking their discography. Like Pac is arguably the most influential motherfucker ever. Arguably. Not saying he is. But come on, man. Like Freddie ain't there yet. Or I don't even know if he'll be there. Like in terms of influence.
He looking for a way to say Freddie. He's
I want to
searching.
say Freddie. Look, on here, he gonna say Pac. When this shit turn off, he gonna say Freddie.
Right. This is Damien, man. I think he's from Patreon, man. He did it $4.99. He said, "Do you guys think that OF Odd Future impacted hip hop?"
You think?
That is a good question.
In what way, Rod?
I think you might have said this, the whole rebellious type thing. The whole you said this about Lil B, like just kind of being rebellious, rapping about, just kind of like not like kid shit, but just like I don't know, just not like super introspective, just whatever you want to rap about. You know what I mean? Just I feel like they influenced that a little bit. They came in the game very early on. I think they definitely influenced what's that group we be reviewing?
Brockhampton?
Yeah, Brockhampton. I think they definitely influenced them.
I don't know. I don't see it, but I think it is a good question. I have to think about it a little bit more because I just don't see their influence. I know in terms of artistry and giving us personalities in the game with, Earl and Tyler and Vince Staples, who was affiliated with them. We got a lot of that, but I think they just added to what hip hop had already had. But in terms of influence, I don't see it. Maybe if you look at the way they do merch, but I think people are already doing that.
Yeah.
All
right.
AM, if you're listening, just ask your question, bro. I'm looking at the chat. And all I'm seeing you ask is how to ask a question.
He must troll.
Ask it. No, I don't think he's trolling. I think he's just either old or confused.
All right.
I'm
watching for your name, JM.
Well, I got JV. He did $5. I see that clearly. And just for everybody, once again, look, if you want to donate, cool, but don't send any more super chat questions because we're gonna end this at 10 and we don't want to miss any more. So if you want to send something, you can, but don't send it in a question form because we won't be able to get to it for 10 o'clock. But JV had asked, what do you guys think about Chino XL? He donated $5.
Well, I like this.
What do we think about Chino XL?
I didn't know is he still doing stuff? He's still active?
Yeah, he did an album with shit. Fuck, why am I drawing a blank? But yeah, I fuck with Chino XL. Yes,
and we actually got some behind the scenes footage of Chino XL at a A3C show that I never released.
I'm with B. I do fuck with Chino XL. I think he's dope. So not a name that you hear a lot though.
Right, but yeah, he is dope as hell though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan. I don't stay tuned. I don't stay in tune with Chino XL.
I think Chino is nice. I definitely think Chino is underrated. I think he's one of the better punchline rappers, and I don't think that he's really ever given that title of a punchline rapper. But I think he's fucking amazing at that. And I just like it. I like his voice and I like his flow. And whenever he shows up on a track, I just like the shit that he says. Like he said some shit on I forget what album it was, but he talked about unplugging somebody's life support system so he can charge his phone. And then right after that, it makes the sound of the iPhone being plugged in. And I thought that shit was super dope. Like, boop. But yeah, Chino XL is nice. I got JM's question that he finally was able to get out. He said, Pharrell or Kanye in a producer hits battle?
Kanye got more hits. Trust me, I just experienced that. He got way more hits, bro.
I don't know, man.
Pharrell got some shit.
I think Pharrell could get him, bro.
I think, man, it was like a point. I think for like maybe 3-4 years straight, Pharrell was owning the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that came out was produced by Neptune. Like whether it was R&B or hip hop, it was like Pharrell had his hand in it at some point.
Tell him B. Tell him B.
Yeah.
Pharrell got some joints, man. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just agreeing with y'all. With yeah. I mean, I may not like all of those Pharrell songs.
Right, but he was everywhere. He was
his catalog of hits
man
is fucking embarrassing. Like it's crazy. Like he was producing for rappers, R&B singers, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So nah, man.
With that signature style too, that was the thing about it. Like, how do you like and to have that style but still be diverse in the type of beats that he was able to do and across genres like that. Yeah, it's incredible. Yeah.
I think what's amazing about Pharrell and Timberland too is like how they've been able to make this futuristic sound, and it still sounds futuristic today.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if you see this, Mike, but Hip Hop Gems, he did $9.99. He said, "Tell Mike Michael Jackson is innocent." So
you know what? These people are crazy. And I'll make this quick because we're trying to wrap up. This stemmed from a friend of mine tweeted out about watching Leaving Neverland.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to be nice and I responded to her and I was like, yo, be careful when you talk about Michael Jackson on Twitter because they will come for you and it will be for days.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what happened to me? Those motherfuckers have been going at me for a day and a half, reporting me to Twitter.
Oh my God.
They are fucking nuts. Michael Jackson fans are fucking insane. And all I did was say, y'all are crazy if you're denying that Michael Jackson was a bit of a creeper. I didn't say he definitely touched them little boys, but come on, man, he was a little creepy.
Dang, his fans got a little off the wall, huh, Mike?
Huh? What'd you say?
Never mind, it's a dad joke.
Oh.
Hey, I got a good. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, bro, if he's really one of those crazy Michael, because I blocked, no lie, about 13 people today, just today, and I had to just turn the fucking comments off because they were flipping out. If this is really one of those weirdo Michael Jackson fans that paid $10 to tell me that Michael Jackson is innocent, y'all are the craziest fan base on the face of the earth. All of you.
All right, so this is a
Oh my
good.
God, they're really in here. Come on, Mike, he was found out. Man, would y'all shut the fuck up? So was OJ, and OJ killed his wife.
OJ did not
Yes,
do
he
that.
did.
He did not
Yes, he
do
did.
that.
Yes,
OJ
he did.
innocent.
Yes, he did.
This is an interesting question. Psychic Blaze put, did B.O.B. ever have the potential to be one of the greats? He had lyrics, flow, and a cool aesthetic. Not top 5, but top 20.
I think he could have been better than what his career wound up being. I don't know about top 20, possibly. But what the hell happened to B.O.B.?
Feefo, there's one answer to that question.
He fell off the end of the earth.
No. B.O.B. could not have been one of the greats.
Yo, JM, before we miss him again, man, $4.99. He said Kanye had an R&B and other genres on lock too. Check his catalog. Do your Googles.
We know, but Pharrell still had that shit locked for years and years though.
Boy, with Kanye.
What other genres? You said he had R&B and other genres on lock. So besides rap and R&B, what other genre did Kanye West have on lock?
You didn't have
How
the
about
pop
y'all?
charts at all?
Huh?
You didn't have the pop charts at any time?
What pop songs did Kanye West produce that got big?
Like Stronger?
I'll repeat. What pop songs did Kanye West produce that got big? How is Stronger a pop song? Stronger was a rap song.
I thought Stronger was kind of pop.
Come on, man. Kanye rapped the whole song.
Because it was like that. It was like that Daft Punk type stuff.
You're cheating.
I'm not cheating.
You're totally cheating.
I'm
Kanye
not.
West
I'm just saying the facts.
Stronger was a rap song. You're a cheater. You're a good cheater.
I'm just saying. I'm sure that made the charts, and I'm sure it was pop.
Nah,
Am I on the island here? Like,
nah.
man, am I by myself?
Nah, you're not.
Stronger was a pop song.
Mm-mm.
No, it's a rap song.
It's a rap song, but I think it charted in different genres though.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah.
But pop.
Yes.
All right, man. Pop. I've noticed this. Pop always trying to steal all the black hits
Thank you.
and claim it for their own.
Yeah, Stronger is
And
a rap.
only in rap do people confuse pop as in the pop sound and popular music.
Right.
Only in rap do I feel like this happens.
Somebody
No,
said
well,
Katy
it's really
Perry.
popular, so it's pop. No.
So somebody said E.T. by Katy Perry featuring Kanye, and then something
You're
is
right.
stale.
So he did one
Did
Katy Perry.
Kanye produce it though? I mean, it's difference of being featured in the song and producing it. I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm literally asking because I'm curious.
I don't know if he produced it. I actually have that album.
And I'm basing it off of all the joints that Pharrell produced.
No, I'm not claiming Heartbreak by Kanye, B. Murph.
All right, man. It's 10, y'all. So I know we said we was gonna do a hard stop. So before we stop, man, we're definitely gonna do this again, man. This was fun. I'll let everybody kind of do some closing out statements. Me personally, man, appreciate y'all, man. Like I said in the beginning, like we just wanted to, kind of come together, do something fun. We've been wanting to do a live super chat for some time now, and I guess like the quarantine kind of forced us into doing it. And I'm just happy that it finally happened. This was fun though, man. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely gonna try to get a better system next time to try to answer these super chats in order. Like I said, it's the first time, so I apologize to anybody that I missed. But like Ken said, I'm sure he'll say it and say it in to us if we missed it. But again, yeah, man, this was super fun, man, and I really look forward to doing this again. So we'll definitely see you guys questions next time and topics. So that's my piece. I appreciate y'all, man. Feefo.
Yeah, man. The whole live blogosphere or this whole live shit, me and B have dived into it, and I like it. It's definitely different. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys jumping in there. I know that the comment section was crazy. Definitely appreciate you super chatters as well. Yeah, man, like Rod said, we definitely gonna do it more often. Interacting with y'all in a different capacity is always dope.
Go 30.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say thank you to the super chatters, because in this crazy times that we in, the fact that y'all was donating your money, like y'all really didn't have to do that. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank y'all so much. And this, like Rob said, this was definitely fun. Live stuff is always fun, man.
Yeah, they hilarious.
I do this on my Twitch channel when I'm playing games and stuff, when I go live or whatever. So like this is always cool, man. So and I'm pretty sure the chat was crazy. I was trying to keep up as much as I can. I was trying to do that shit myself too, right? That shit was crazy, dude.
It's crazy, man.
That shit was nuts, man. But I love seeing that, man. The fact that you come on here and just like want to interact with us on the phone or on the computer or whatever. Like, I think that shit is like so amazing. Like I said, thank y'all so much for the donations, man. That shit was super dope. Y'all really didn't have to do that.
I'm being nice today because I know some of y'all motherfuckers trolling about these questions, but we will know next time. This was our first time, and we're going to lock this shit down for real. For those of you that are not able to super chat, we do set up the stream in advance, and so you guys can put your questions there because the chat moves really, really fast. For those of you that are participants in there, you know this. So we'll try to work on a way to take some of the questions in advance, so we can definitely make sure there's balance. And I think we had a good balance tonight too. But we want to make sure that's a concerted effort going forward. As Rod said, man, we've been trying to do this for years now, and it's unfortunate that it took a global pandemic for us to be able to sit down and do this. But it also showed that you guys love it and want it. And, so it gave us proof of concept. We had a feeling, but it's always dope to actually see it play out. And you guys are hilarious, man. The chat, best mic in the game, the tablet, everything like that It's funny, man. It's fun, and it keeps things very entertaining. But I'll close by saying that if we missed your super chat, send an email to deadandhiphop@gmail.com with with the receipt. Put the subject super chat and along with the question, and we'll know because Rod was watching it all day, all night, I should say. But much love. We thank you guys from the bottom of our heart, and we'll be back. We'll be back.
Mike C-Town.
One more second. All right, so I had to go and check my Katy Perry record. Kanye West did not produce E.T., so that does not count. Roderick.
But didn't he do American Boy?
That wasn't me.
But you were the one trying to say he did some pop songs.
But somebody did say he did American Boy, and I think they were right. Did he do that?
American what?
American Boy.
American Poet? What song is that?
Boy.
American Boy?
I can look it up real quick.
That's on the UK chick.
Estelle, yeah.
Yeah.
And he
I don't know
also
if that's pop though.
But
I don't think that's pop. That's more orange.
Britney Spears. He produced for Britney Spears.
Okay.
He didn't produce it. Will.i.am did it. Will.i.am did it.
So y'all wrong again. So even you know what, Ken? Even if we gave y'all those two songs, did he have those genres on lock? I think not.
Nope.
Sorry. I'm just here to y'all. Don't get mad in the comments. I'm just fucking around. Chill out. Look, they mad as shit. Come on, man. And anyways, thank you guys for doing this. This really was a lot of fun, man. Like this, the guys will tell you, man. This quarantine's been fucking me up. My brain ain't been working properly. I'm all different kinds of shades of fucked up with this shit. So this was fun to sit around and fuck with you guys for a while, man. But we'll definitely do this again. And you super chatters, I don't think we really expected that many. You know, I'm always the negative one, so I was expecting a couple. Of course, Rod probably thought we was gonna get 35. Or no, Rod gonna tell you that he thought the exact number that we got. That's what he's gonna tell y'all. But I really appreciate y'all, man. It's really cool that in these fucked up, trying times that y'all are still able to donate. And I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope that you guys have enough going on to keep yourself entertained. But hopefully we contributed to that. So we'll definitely do this again.
And I did see somebody say, use the super chat money to get everybody mics that Ken had. So,
damn, man, I thought my mic's pretty good.
Yeah, my mic is nice too. My mic sounds nice.
You know what I'm saying? I think my mic is good too. Shit.
It ain't nicer than Ken's, apparently.
I'm just mad I got no check one. So y'all are not really hip hop fans at all.
So yeah, but
yeah, you're right, Mike. We missed that. Yeah, you're right.
But we'll definitely look into the mic situation. Y'all know me, man. I definitely want to bring the quality no matter what we're doing or how we're doing it. So yeah, we'll look into getting everybody proper mics so y'all can do this better. You know, especially y'all paying and stuff, man. Yeah, we try to bring you the best quality possible. So we'll definitely look into that. Was there anything else?
We'll see you guys. We'll see y'all soon, man. Once this is over, we're gonna talk about when we're gonna do this again. So
yeah,
this is gonna be a regular thing, man. We gotta try to make this a regular thing.
And we're gonna do it on Patreon too. So yeah, somebody mentioned that I remember seeing it. I don't forget who it was, but yeah, we are gonna do some lives on Patreon. We got some stuff kind of in the works for that. So yeah, man. And speaking of Patreon, man, yeah, if y'all not patrons now, man, definitely come over there and support us there too. So.
And make sure you follow us on social media. Make sure you follow us on social media because that's how you will be informed of everything that's happening. Twitter, IG, your mama house, everything. Like, just go follow that.
Not your mama house.
You're supposed to be staying home. Why are you going to somebody's mama's house?
I don't know.
True.
Oh, man.
All right, y'all.
Real quick, man. Somebody said, "Peace, guys," for $10. Rain Man. God damn.
Oh my
Hey.
God.
J Water, $3.99. Appreciate you, Jay.
Thank y'all.
Thank
We
y'all so
really
much.
do appreciate that.
Man, golly, that's so dope.
Yeah, Crystal Renee. Yeah, Mike did fact check the hell out of you. Without the Googles.
Yeah, I kept seeing that. Do your Googles. Do your Googles. Google these nuts in your mouth, boy.
Oh,
Fuck
God.
He almost finished it.
Oh, shit. All right, man. We'll catch y'all next time. I'm in the chat. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Oh man.
God.